I'm going to jump ahead to a segment, but I want to get this on the record now. I know we're doing October VP later, but I'm going to put up there your mid-season MVP is ... whom? I'll throw out a couple of options for you. Is that okay or no? Or you want me to just save the whole thing?
Why don't we save NFL October VP?
I'm going to. This is your mid-season MVP. That's
mid-season.
A combination of September and October.
Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Mid-season MVPs.
Yes, that's most valuable player.
All right. Thank you.
To clarify.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone was wondering.
Or person.
Yeah. How about Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
That fella right there.
Yeah, he's doing some nice things.
Huh?
Doing some nice things.
How about Lamar Jackson?
He's doing some nice things.
Baltimore Ravens quarterback.
I heard some blowback, some pushback about Lamar winning another MVP. Well, did they say this when Aaron Rodgers won his MVPs? Hey, he doesn't do anything in the playoffs. Like, we can't move the goalpost on Lamar Jackson or Peyton Manning when he won his MVPs. He wasn't winning Super Bowls. Like, Rodgers has won. Peyton has really won. He won the other one in Denver. But we're talking about when you win an MVP, how many times do we go, well, what did he do in the postseason? And it feels like we're trying to do that with Lamar. And I don't remember people doing that to Aaron Rodgers. Like, yeah, they usually don't do well in the playoffs. I'm not voting for him next time. He's got 4 MVPs. He's got 1 Super Bowl. Now, do I want to see Lamar cash in and do well in the playoffs? I do. I don't like when, we go, oh, he was really good, but you want to see great players be great, get the opportunity to be on a big stage. But I don't think we held that against Peyton. I don't think we held that against Aaron Rodgers. Yes, Marv?
Do you think Derrick Henry having the season that he's having is going to hurt Lamar's chances this season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got incredible numbers. Both have incredible numbers. I think Josh Allen is the MVP. And Jared Goff, I'd put him in there as well. It feels like people are like hesitant. It's almost like when you're going to vote for a Heisman candidate, but you're like, oh, I don't know. Jared Goff feels like, I don't know. But you look at the numbers, this 6-game stretch is the greatest stretch completion-wise in NFL history. But if I say, hey, how about that percentage with Jared Goff?
Completion percentage.
It's so hot.
2 touchdowns, 78%.
There's nothing there where Lamar Jackson will do something or Josh Allen will do something. Mahomes will do something with Jared Goff. You're like, oh, man, I don't think they've dropped a pass. Wow, they're scoring 42 points. But he's not going to get the credit there. But the whole MVP thing is tricky. Well documented on this show with how I voted in different sports, different categories here. But I don't want to hear this argument. Lamar Jackson doesn't do anything in the postseason. Aaron Rodgers didn't either. Peyton had his moments, but the Patriots had his number. You win the MVP by what you do during the regular season. I have no problem with that. It gets back to the NBA. They didn't want to give it to Joker and give him another one because of the category that it would put him in. Like, are you going to put him in there with Larry Bird and Bill Russell? And yes. He's been the best player in basketball. Not, well, I didn't do anything in the postseason. Joel Embiid hasn't, and he got MVP. We waited for Giannis to win a title. Now you can validate giving the MVP. It's tricky like that. It shouldn't be like that, but it is for a lot of voters. Yes, Paul?
I disagree a little bit on the Rodgers angle because Rodgers won the Super Bowl in 2010, and that following season, he won his first MVP. After that, not a lot of playoff victories, but he didn't get a league MVP till he won Super Bowl. So they did wait for him. And then after that, his MVPs, if you look at his 3 that he got afterwards, and you're right, he didn't do much in the playoffs after the first Super Bowl, his numbers were silly. They were like almost impossible to ignore, like that Joe Burrow year at LSU. He had the MVP, 38 touchdowns, 5 picks in a season. Another one, he had 48 touchdowns and 5 picks. That might be the single greatest season of all time for a quarterback.
But if I told you he's not going to do anything in the postseason,
but that's where Lamar is kind of. You're right.
But would that have affected somebody's vote? And I think it would have.
Yeah.
Because, hey, look, I can't deny what Rodgers did. He was spectacular. Now, you do get ex-teammates who'll say, he was trying to boost his stats so he didn't have like he wasn't throwing those passes that were 50-50.
I wish my Bears quarterbacks would do that
I
policy.
know.
Whatever that selfish thing is.
I'm like, really? I mean, there are people who are really divided with Rodgers who played with him. And they're like selfish, on his own agenda. And then you'd have people say, hey, I'd walk through fire for him. Loved him. Yes, Pauline.
He's one Super Bowl away from being equal to Peyton Manning and equal to all those guys. If you look at his numbers, his Super Bowl was early. I think he was 27 when he won it. And so it's kind of way in the past. If he picked off one more Super Bowl, let's say he got one in 2019.
Yeah, but he might get it the way Peyton got it, where you're kind of like, hey, your team won the Super Bowl.
That would be enough, though, because his stats, he has 490 career touchdowns and 112 picks.
Okay, who would you rather have? Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers? You're starting your team. They're both 27 years of age.
Oh, man.
Who are you starting your team with? Is it too early to bring that up?
That might be the toughest because there's no wrong answer.
If I threw Brady in there, does Brady separate himself from those two? You start in your team. Brady, Rodgers, Peyton. How about we take a break?
Wow. This is insulting.
I'm going to... What?
This is insulting.
Oh, well, you would say Tom Brady. Okay.
Well, who in their right mind wouldn't?
Okay, I can take him off. We'll just have Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers.